Well, hey guys, and welcome to another recent viewing video, and I'll be damned if it's not another recent viewing video. If you watch my vlogs and whatnot, you may have noticed the vlog I put up about a week ago. One of the things I said I was going to do was not do any more of these. But after watching a couple movies in the last week, I found myself really wanting to just kind of sit down and comment on them, so screw it. I'm going to keep on doing it. So, this particular video has to do with a movie called Big Eyes. This is a movie that I've been wanting to watch from the moment I first started to see previews for it, and I was like, what's that all about? And I looked up the story online. Now, just from face value of it, I wouldn't have had any real interest, even though I like the actors in it, like Christoph Waltz and Amy Adams. I like them, but it just didn't look like something I would be into until I read a little more into the story behind it. And the story is about an artist by the name of Walter Keane, who was known back in like the 50s and 60s. But he was known for painting an artwork that was not his own. The movie itself actually starts with his wife and eventually like ex-wife Margaret, who she was the artist in the family, and he saw her, according to the movie, selling her artwork in like some sort of an art fair type thing where people were going along and looking, and she was painting or drawing pictures of people in her unconventional style, which is the big eyes thing. The characters where the eyes are a real focus. And he likes what he sees as far as her and the artwork goes. But I don't think that in the beginning he so much was trying to rip her off. But it would come back later that none of the stuff that he supposedly had done of his own work was his. Anyway, it's like a romance thing that they meet after I started to mention this. At the beginning of the movie, it shows her and her daughter leaving someone, her husband, but they never show that particular gentleman. I actually thought the beginning was showing her leaving Walter, but I think maybe that was just foreshadowing. But she's trying to make ends meet as a single mom in a time when that's not a conventional or typical thing. And anyway, this guy Walter kind of sweeps in, and a romance blooms, and there seems to be something going on with them. But through a series of events, he manages to get both his artwork that he supposedly had done, which he hadn't, and her artwork displayed somewhere. And there's a skirmish between him and this club owner, and it goes into the paper as, hey, this is the guy who punched a famous club owner in the face, and it causes media attention that he and the bar owner or the club owner want to kind of capitalize on. They want to come in and see the artwork of the guy who punched this guy in the face. And one thing leads to another, and basically he just starts telling everybody that artwork that his wife actually did of the kids with big eyes and whatnot, that was his. When she finds out about it, she's not happy. But basically he's a smooth enough talker, and they are making money and being well off. I think she kind of swallows her pride for a while with it. But as with anything in life in general, but also of course in a Hollywood picture, it grows to be such a big thing over that your conscience starts to work against you, and it gets harder and harder to keep the lie afloat, to keep your story straight and all that kind of stuff. And that was probably what was most interesting about it to me, was just that the lie was inevitably going to come out, and how would it work. And it's pretty good and somewhat satisfying ending when it comes to there being like this libel and slander suit between the two of them. And of course she ends up winning because he's unable to produce artwork in the court, and she's able to whip up one of her masterpieces right there and then. Although there was one underlying story that was kind of interesting to me. There was like this art critic who just hated and despised it all. And it was so popular and so many people really enjoyed this work that she did. It was almost awkward in the movie when she was there and that critic was saying stuff to her husband about how horrible it is, and she knew that was her work. The whole time through the movie where this ruse is going on, even though she's not getting proper credit for it, people are loving her work and buying her work. And then you have this one art critic who just so despises it. I felt bad for her. If that was an actual moment that happened in that lady's life for real, I feel really bad for her that some douchebag art critic was that hard on her work. But anyway, that's kind of the gist of the movie. It was good. It's not going to blow you away. Christoph Waltz and Amy Adams are good, but none of the characters are necessarily super, I guess, relatable. None of them. I rooted for her and her daughter and stuff to have the best happen for them and get their comeuppance against this guy who wrote this lie out. But I didn't just really feel any kind of an attachment to anyone in particular. So it was a movie I wanted to buy, and I could see maybe buying it someday if the Blu-ray was $10 or cheaper. I'm glad I didn't buy it when it first came out, though. That could be sort of a review scale for me. But anyway, it's worth watching. It was a good watch one time. So anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts on Big Eyes. I liked it, and yeah, that's that. So stay tuned for another one of these. It's coming up very, very soon. It has to do with a very interesting movie, controversial / kind of a weird phenomenon based on a popular series of books. Can you guess what it is? All right, I'll see you then.